Ukraine looks to Trump for a path to peace as winter looms, a crucial diplomatic turn as winter draws near. Ukraine is urgently seeking President Trump's help to end a war.
Now this, Ukraine is desperate for President Trump's help in ending the war before the dead of winter. They're concerned about more Russian attacks on their power grid, which, of course, could put millions of people at risk of freezing. Former U.S. Special Representative for Ukraine negotiations, Kurt Volker, joins us now. Kurt, great to see you. I mean, what can Trump do, and where are we in this war? I mean, at some point we feel like we're getting there, but it just seems still very much untenable at this point.
Yeah, so thank you very much. Great to be with you, Ashley. And what President Trump has done so far, I think, is quite commendable. I think you've got pressure to end the war. You know, everyone's talking about how to end the war. He's got the U.S. and Ukraine fully aligned in those goals. But what he has not done is put pressure on Vladimir Putin to get Putin to actually feel a need himself to end the war.
As frontline fighting continues and diplomatic solutions remain elusive, Kyiv is shifting strategy. Ukrainian officials believe that President Donald Trump, now a central figure in international negotiations, could play a pivotal role in brokering an end to the conflict before temperatures plunge to deadly levels.
President Volodymyr Zelensky has issued a sharp response after Russia launched one of its largest overnight attacks on Ukraine, killing at least 4 people and damaging residential buildings, energy infrastructure, and a foreign diplomatic mission. The barrage included drones, cruise missiles, ballistic missiles, and Russia's advanced medium-range Oreshnik ballistic missile, striking as Ukraine faces an intense winter cold snap. Zelensky accused Moscow of deliberately timing the strikes to maximize civilian suffering, as temperatures plunged and heating and electricity supplies were disrupted across several regions.
For Ukraine, time is running out. Last winter, Russia targeted power plants, electrical substations, and heating systems, a tactic aimed at freezing Ukraine into submission. This year, intelligence officials warn that the strategy could be repeated, potentially triggering a humanitarian disaster across major cities.
Russia fired a total of 242 drones and 36 missiles, targeting civilian areas and critical energy facilities. At least 20 residential buildings were damaged.
This is CB News. Subscribe to our channel for daily world news update. Stay tuned. So where does the war stand today? On the ground, the situation remains volatile. Russian troops continue to hold key territories in the east and south, while Ukrainian forces focus on defending major population centers. The front lines have stabilized in some regions, but shelling continues daily. Military experts describe the conflict as tenuous, with neither side positioned for a major breakthrough. Still, both Moscow and Kyiv face enormous pressure. Russia grapples with economic sanctions and international isolation. Ukraine faces dwindling ammunition and an energy grid on the brink. And yet, even as diplomats negotiate and armies prepare for the cold, ordinary civilians are the ones carrying the heaviest burden. Families across Ukraine are stockpiling candles, firewood, and bottled water. Hospitals are installing backup generators. Schools are preparing to reopen bomb shelters. As Ukraine pushes for President Trump's involvement, global eyes remain fixed on whether diplomacy can outrun winter. The question now is not just if the war will end, but if it will end before the cold arrives. For millions of Ukrainians, peace is no longer a political debate. It is a race against the clock. CB News, bringing you World News Update. Thank you for watching.